I am back, and boys and girls, I am back with a bang. I am super excited to share with you my latest timepiece purchase, the Rolex Submariner with the reference 116613LB, nicknamed the Bluesy. The two-tone Bluesy Submariner is super iconic. And in the past few weeks, I have gotten to know this watch. The feedback that I have received from friends and family has been outstanding. I absolutely adore the two-tone of the gold and steel. It really makes it pop. The added weight of the precious metal, that being the gold, gives it a nice weight to the watch when comparing to a standard stainless steel Submariner. For this purchase, I bought it from Nico Leonard over at Pride and Pinion in Belfast. This was my first time dealing with them, and credit where credit is due, I got what I expected and I was delivered a top service. I feel it very useful for the watch community for me to share a few thoughts as to how the purchase went down and my overall views. After consulting with my friend Archie Luxury, he gave me the green light as to the credentials of Pride and Pinion. They often say, buy the dealer before buying the watch. Nico Leonard has done a great job of engaging with the watch community on YouTube over the past few months. In particular, we've all gotten to know him thanks to the many live streams that he has been on. I dealt with both Nico and Marco, and it was a prompt transaction process following a Zoom meeting where we discussed the purchase and got to know each other. When I saw the Bluesy come up on the latest arrival section of the Pride and Pinion website, I just had to get it. The price was fair. I cross-checked the price with other dealers and it was comparable. The watch was sent in a great box, a great big box, which was full of protection, little foam balls, so to speak, which gave the actual watch box great protection, and it allowed it to be transported safely and securely across Europe. Best of all, let me just add, they even chucked in one of their famous polishing cloths. I highly recommend you grab yourself a couple of these. I've got one for the office and one for home. It has two sides to the cloth. Let me explain. So the white inner side of the cloth is for the cleaning, and the darker outer side of the cloth is for the gentle buffing and polishing of the watch. Overall, I'm very pleased with Pride and Pinion, and I'm very thankful for the service I received. I have no hesitation to buy or indeed sell a watch via Pride and Pinion in the future. The case on this watch is stainless steel and gold, 40mm in diameter, and of course the dial is sunburst blue, which gives it that nickname, the Bluesy. And the watch comes on a stainless steel and gold oyster bracelet. It's got an automatic 3135 caliber movement, and this particular watch is a 2018 Submariner Date. The reference 116613LB, which of course has now been discontinued. As far as condition goes, this watch is pristine. It is unpolished and has practically no signs of wear and tear. The watch, of course, came with box and papers. The response from my wife upon me making this purchase was extremely positive. She said, "Why didn't you buy this watch before now? You know, I wanted you to buy this watch many years ago. This is the watch I want you to wear and for me to remember you by." The feedback from my wife was strong and positive, and it subsequently reaffirmed what I was feeling and thinking myself prior to making this purchase. You know, sometimes watches and emotions align. In my case, the Bluesy and me, we are like two peas in a pod. The sunburst blue dial is gorgeous. This particular watch is a highly desirable and well-demanded version of the Rolex Submariner. For me, it wears fairly slim as the watch on the wrist. It feels super comfortable and functional as a daily wear. The feel of this watch is solid and well engineered, and it feels like a proper Rolex that is functional and ready to be worn as a Rolex is intended to be. It has the unidirectional bezel, which is very useful for timing an interval of say up to 60 minutes. And of course, you've also got the famous superluminova circuit, which makes the watch very easy to read in both the light and the dark. In conclusion, as a guy who is more into Patek Philippe than Rolex, Patek Philippe is of course my preferred brand of watches, but this Rolex Submariner represents a great alternative and also a more reasonable watch for me to be wearing on a day-to-day. The watch is super comfortable, it's rigid, and I feel like it's got what it needs to take a beating from daily life. I'm delighted with the watch, and I'm sure if you too were to buy this watch, you would also be pleased. Thank you very much for your time and attention. If you could like, subscribe, and leave me a comment as to what you two think of this watch, that would be much appreciated.